What's going on, everyone, and welcome to another Fallout 76 nuking experiment. In this one, as some of you may know, Vault 94's door has officially been opened. And inside here is a very challenging experience to take on. This is known as the Vault Raid, and you can set the difficulty to be from novice, standard, or expert. Standard and expert are timed, so let's just say if you don't really know what you're doing, best bet is to go in on the novice difficulty so you can get used to what is happening inside this raid so you can get through it faster and not have to worry about the timed part on standard or expert. I've already beaten it on novice and it was a lot of fun, and not to mention pretty puzzling my first time through. Unfortunately, PC players are the only ones that get to experience the Vault Raid at the moment. Console players will be able to experience this the 27th, as long as there's no serious complications. And as far as my experience went going through the Vault Raid, there were not that many major complications, which is great to say because if there were to be some serious complications, it could be extremely delayed and it could be taken away from PC players as well, where they have to actually fix it up. But so far, so good, everyone. I will mention it is not a walk in the park whatsoever, even on the novice difficulty. There are some pretty tough enemies. I'm actually going to be making an in-depth guide once I get more used to this. I'm going to be live streaming it pretty much all night on Twitch, trying to get more used to it, and I'm going to be giving you all an in-depth guide come tomorrow, because I think there are some secrets that involve shortcuts to get through it even faster. I might have accidentally stumbled upon one my second time through. It's pretty interesting, but yeah, I want to get more used to it before I actually give an in-depth guide. At the moment, I don't really feel like I'm all that knowledgeable with it. So I decided to keep it short, simple, and straight to the point and give you all an experiment over what happens when we nuke this area to see if there's any major significant changes within it. I actually did all of these experiments that you're about to see already over on my Twitch, so my Twitch followers got to see what happens early. But now I'm bringing it to you all, and hopefully you end up enjoying it as much as we did. Here it is, everyone. Sorry if the quality is a little bit off. This is literally one of my first times recording from my previous live stream footage. But yeah, here's what happened the first time we decided to nuke it. Man, people are about to be mad over there. Sanoa. Alright. Banger. I just got 355 XP somehow. We're about to find out in the Vault Raid about an endgame boss fight here in a sec. I'm just nuking it to see if it makes any enemies stronger in here. I'm getting this part out of the way. Alright guys, appreciate the follows. What do you get for the raids? We're about to find out. No! My game just freaking crashed? The entire server crashed. Rifle just single-handedly nuked the server. Well, now we know what happens. Oh man, that sucks, dude. Okay, so you all saw it there. Yes, the first time we attempted nuking over here, we crashed the whole entire server. Yeah. However, we were determined, so we decided to run all the way through the silo again and launch a nuke at it once again. Yes, this was time consuming, but these experiments are meant to save you all time from trying to attempt this, to let you all know what exactly happens. And for some of you wondering, wait a minute, Rifle, I'm so confused. I thought you played on console. Yeah, I do typically, but once I seen that the Vault Raid was coming to the PC first, I had to go buy one and level up the character, and luckily some people hooked me up with some pretty good things to use as well. So it was a bit of a grind to get to where I'm at to be able to launch a nuke, and not to mention be able to fight through the Vault Raid, but I'm here. I'm doing it somehow. I actually live streamed me power leveling this account to 45 in basically half of a day. So yeah, basically it took a lot of dedication to be able to bring you all these Fallout 76 videos on the PC. In case some of you may have been wondering about that, because typically I do play on the console. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this next nuking experiment at Vault 94's raid. This time, it does not crash. I just thought I'd show you all that because it was pretty funny. It wasn't funny when it happened. It was actually pretty devastating because that was a lot of time lost. But now when I look back on it, I thought it'd be nice to add into this because it's pretty funny now. Okay, so the final verdict on whether or not is it worth it to drop a nuke over here at Vault 94. Is it going to make it more difficult? Are you going to get more experience? Are you going to get tons of flux from this area? No, unfortunately not. However, there were a little bit of flux here and there inside Vault 94, but it definitely wasn't enough to make it worth it to take the time grinding all of the way through a silo to just specifically target this place. And not to mention, none of the enemies changed up to glowing ones. There are already glowing enemies in here that you take on, so it didn't technically mutate any of the ghouls. I mean, it does make sense. After all, this is a vault. The vault is supposed to keep you safe from a nuke. But it was worth a shot. After all, this is just a video game, and what if this chain reacted the whole area to be more difficult, where we actually got more experience and got ingredients off the enemies, and all the flora in here was mutated to flux. That would be an insane farm. I mean, there's a lot of flora inside this place. After all, it's overgrown with crops because the people who lived here previously, before they got killed off by the raiders who stormed this area, were pacifist farmers. They actually welcomed outsiders in this place, and the raiders thought it was a joke, like, wait a minute, this has to be some kind of trap or something. They thought they were just a big old joke, and yeah, they killed off everybody in here. And that's the reason why everything's going haywire at the moment inside this place. It's actually from the raiders raiding this area. It's pretty crazy. I actually figured out a lot of that info from a Reddit post I saw a while back. So yeah, once again, nothing special happened from targeting this area with a nuke. I mean, you never truly know until you actually experiment with the place. After all, once again, this is just a video game. Hopefully, this video helped save you all some time and maybe answered some of your curiosities that you might have had over targeting this area. Oh, and I thought I'd save this for the end to talk about during this nuking experiment because I think you all might find this interesting. In case you don't know, you get something called bulk ammo scrap, making it pretty much halfway through this vault raid, as you can see here. And this can be broken down into a lot of materials for you to possibly make ammo. Or, if you want, a lot of players are actually selling this in their vending machine for 1,000 caps each. Pretty interesting. I mean, that may be highballing it. You could sell it for less. But yeah, basically, the reason why we are rewarded this is because, you could restock on your ammo if you want during the vault raid, or possibly repair like an armor piece or something, because there is loads of junk that this comes with. Or you can just keep the junk and save it until you officially get through it. I personally would save this because I'm not even an ammunition build. I'm actually a bloodied build. I use melee weapons on this character. So I'm definitely going to be selling this in my vending machines. And I suggest some of you as well to do the same. Because once again, these could go for a pretty penny in the vending machines. And I thought that was pretty smart of players to not scrap it down immediately. And besides, if you do scrap it down immediately, it does take up a lot of your inventory space. It's actually lighter the way it's rewarded to you. I know all of this junk isn't specifically used to make ammo, but if you're not necessarily in need of junk, just keep it in mind that you can sell this bulked. I'm out of here, everybody. Thanks for taking the time watching and listening. And if you want, feel free to stop by my Twitch once again. I'll have a link down below in the description. I will be grinding this vault raid a lot tonight, so I can bring you all an in-depth guide soon. That's totally up to you, though, if you want to do that. Just thought I'd bring it up to you guys. Until next time, everyone. Peace.